Oh, wait, let's... Is it back? I'm assuming that was a power surge that just knocked everything out. Or rather, it was a power surge that the battery was, a little unhappy about, and then... Finally back? I'm like, I want Seribot to pop up. Yeah, no, I think it was a power surge that hit the battery, and then the battery wouldn't shut up, so I pressed the button, and then that killed everything. It's like, that would make sense. That would do that, but... Okay, just... I want Seribot to show up so that I know it's fully connected. As in, like, I also want Discord to pop up and say... I'm back. Okay, so there is a second I'm back, so that's there. I guess we'll see if Seribot comes back or not, so... Also, the coaster's kind of in the way, but it's also fun, so... Okay. Now I gotta redo everything because I kind of killed the power there. But I'm gonna speedrun it a lot better now that I know what the heck I'm doing. I didn't mean to learn how to speedrun this exactly, but that is what we are doing. Oh, wait. I do need to go in there. Oh, wait a second. Is this where I'm supposed to be going once I get the second upgrade? Because that's looking like I can't cross it unless I can smack off of there. I go that away? Yeah, which would be a jump and then a jump. Okay. Well, this helped. This worked out. Now I know where the heck I'm supposed to be going. So not that way. Or maybe that way? That's not an easy jump. Okay, we're gonna go this way, because I know this is a thing to go get the second upgrade. I don't know where I'm going or what I'm doing. Well, I'm glad at least the slime catching tells me that it is back and it is live. Okay, no, I know this. I've done this before. I've played this game before. I've played these games before. There's gonna be like a whole bunch of these, right? Yeah, I'm like, why is that one there? I guess maybe I'll find out at some point. Yeah, okay, so then this is... to me, it feels easier to smack it and then back up than it does to try to keep moving forward. And that might be the whole point. As fun as this mechanic is, I don't know how nausea-inducing this is to watch. I feel like it is hitting my motion sickness just a tad, but... There we go, there's stream elements. There's at least something popping up and saying I'm back. Well, again. Hey. Okay. I keep missing that. It's like it's right there, and yet I keep missing it. Hey. Okay, now I know that I still can't do that one jump for some reason, even when I try to skip it. Somehow, this block is just in the slightly wrong spot for me to understand how to do that jump consistently. Okay, so now let's go bounce into here. Let's go bounce into here. Now that I've clipped my way into here, I can bounce off of that, and then that. Oh, come on. Let's see, so if I were to make a game around the word slick, would I have any idea what to make? No, not really. Oh, I can't say going back to car sex, because... Hey, there we go. Because the stream reset, so the chat reset or something too, right? I thought this was gonna happen. There's gonna be some more glowing balls to smack. Okay. Interesting. Where was my second smackaroonie there? So that, and then a smackaroonie there. Oh, it uses up all your smackaroonies? You can't smack more things once you do the... Oh, I used one to get up here, and that doesn't reset when you hang on one of these things. So, don't use one? This sure seems like what I need to do. But it uses up one of my things. Well, dang it. Okay, so this is the final area then? Why did I do that? Okay, let's... Because I think that one other area I have not done. Over here. I still have not figured out exactly how to do that. Yeah, that. The thing I haven't figured out how to do. Okay, so we jump back to here. Smack. Go ram it. Mother flippin' balls. Asterix. Okay, so we smack this to get up to here. Then we smack this to get over... I'm on the thing! Bugger off. Okay, can I just be... Maybe we just practice on one of these things? As to how to jump, how to bounce off of the thing. But like, yeah, the wall bounce, it just pushes you so far away from the wall. I'm going too fast. I need to slow down, take some deep breaths, and move slow in this movement shooter kind of game. I guess it's not a shooter, movement slasher. There we go. I was gonna say, I keep seeing the light there. And then if I just pause for a second, that gets me up here. There we go. Okay, now we can explore somewhere new. Maybe. And then immediately get confused. Aha, okay. It's just like a big bounce? It's just a no bounce, is that what you're saying? No, no, oh. I have no more slashes. Does this reset my slashes? Okay, so maybe I just need one slash to get up there? Yes, okay, it's just one slash to get up there. You goof. Okay. I was trying to get better at the slashes. I was trying to get better at the game. Oh, I feel like I had just started to yap about something else. I had mentioned... Oh, Heated Rivalry, I think, was the thing that I had watched, which, yes, a very good show. Also, pretty close to explicit. But, very good show. If you're into that kind of gay stuff. Okay. The angled slashes are crazy. Dang it. Yeah, and I did not finish Delicious and Dungeon. We got like not even halfway. I guess we got like 6 episodes in or something. But yeah, that is a good show. But yeah, Heated Rivalry we finished. Okay, so that's one of those like just let the physics do its thing. Stop pressing buttons. Okay, you tricked me. I thought there was gonna be a bigger, sturdier platform there than there was. Okay, there we go. Now, where do we go? What do? Okay, bounce off of here and go over there. You lied. That was not user error. That was not my fault. That was just bad level design, clearly. Again, just not my fault. It's just poorly done. It's not slick enough. Dadgummit. Caught up with The Pit, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, and Fallout. Dang, dude. Somebody's been cranking on the TV. Either that or you haven't mentioned a lot of shows and have finished all of them. And I have not watched any of them, of which, like, maybe Game of Thrones stuff, because I've read the books that are out, and I haven't read the books that are related to A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, like Dunk and Egg or whatever it is. Okay, maybe that's not how you do that? This sure seemed like what you're supposed to be doing there. Yeah, I've only read the main Game of Thrones books, not the stuff for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. And I've heard The Pit is good, but that's I think the girlfriend wants to get me into like medical drama sort of stuff. Like we watched an episode of Grey's Anatomy and it was like, that's cool, but there's so much show there. I don't there's a whole bunch of shows that I'm interested in that I haven't gotten through. Not that I'm not interested in Grey's Anatomy, but like there's shorter shows that I'm interested in. The Clark's better off without you. At least I haven't heard of it. I've heard of Clerks, which I've not seen or really have much of an interest in. Okay, wait. Is there a second bounce that I'm supposed to be doing that I'm missing? No, because then you wouldn't be able to slash that. So, to me, this says you need to bounce off of here and then bounce up to that, but Okay, we get right up on the edge here, and then... Is that not the thing I'm supposed to be messing with? Again, I seem to be missing something. Open for the Clarks ones. That's cool. Oh, I forgot everybody does music. I'm the only person here that doesn't do music. Or rather, I do have a SoundCloud of which I posted, like 3 songs, all of which are amateurish, which would make sense. Either that or extremely stupid, so... I just now realized those are numbers, not just like streaks on the wall. I am not understanding this. Because this is getting me some height. Okay, wait. So... It sure seems like it's getting me close. But not close enough. And I don't see anywhere else that's, like, obvious to go. But... Ninth grade. Ah. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, my only musical performance stuff was doing piano as a kid. Ooh, I did it! Wowee, that was not an easy one. Now I just need to not fall down ever again. Oh, great. Let's fall down again. Most likely. Ruh-roh, this looks iffy. I don't trust my abilities to do this, but... What? Oh, I bounced out. Hey, I reset it. I will take it. I will take that entirely. And then I just do it again. That's always the wild thing. It's like that once you figure it out once, suddenly it becomes so much easier to do it again. Until it becomes so much harder to do it again. I keep slashing to, like, try to... Yeah, okay, now it's back to difficult. No! What a bunch of bull. I had that. Oh, bugger off, you dumb. Yeah, now I'm getting sloppy. I'm getting sloppy with it. I see it. I don't know the Clarks. Or whatever it was. The Clarks, something or other. I have no clue how big that band ever was. Or is. No, come on! You let me have it the once. And now I'm not pressing the button. I'm just letting it drift me to the thing. Which is not happening. Okay, so... You do kind of need to move forward towards it now. I don't entirely know how to get a good... Oh, jump on that. Okay. Where's this supposed to be taking me? Up to that? That seems like it was a little off, like awkward, but... Okay. I'm up here now. I kind of want to say that away, but... I don't see an obvious way to do that. Oh, okay. English teacher was friends with the vocalist, so it was a favor. Okay. It was a Pittsburgh band that never made it big. Yeah, okay, not internationally famous, but still. It is something. Okay, well, it's one of those ones. If I could throw that on. I could look up the Clarks real quick, or rather, I could look up the Clarks on my own time, most likely. So, how... Was I not supposed to go this way? This seemed to be kind of a platform to stand on. I keep expecting it to be an air dash, but it's a bounce. It's not an air dash. I don't feel like doing a bounce here and then trying to land on that is going to work. And I don't really want to fall all the way down, but I guess you don't get anywhere without some... You gotta lose progress to make progress. Okay. That's a good way to trick myself into losing a bunch of money gambling, right? You gotta lose money to make money. That's what they always say. You gotta lose progress to make progress. But I think the danger there is that you would want to get sucked into, well, if I just lose as much progress as possible, that's progress, right? Well, I think it's going back to the thing of like, oops, there is no de-evolution, only evolution. There is no loss of progress, only progress. I didn't need to bounce off of that. 60K monthly listeners on Spotify. That seems like notable, at least. Because monthly, not just like 60K like total. I don't have anything that has gotten... What, I don't think I have anything that's even in the double digits of like recurring users. But I'm also not a band. Gosh dang it. It's just the movement is so sloppy now. I'm getting too good at the game and too impatient. Okay, just do the jump. Don't try to skip the jump there. You goof. Just to do the jump. Yeah, okay, this is one of those games that feels like it's taking forever. And then you look at the time and it's like 20 minutes really doesn't seem like that long. It doesn't seem that bad. I don't know what I was cooking with that one. Let's see. I could go over the bands I've seen live. What's the biggest band I've seen live? I went to a Doja Cat. Well, I went to a combination Doja Cat, Tyga, I think it was. Yeah, it was... I've done one or two of those like combination concerts where it's like two headlining bands, and both times it did not work out. As in, like, people showed up for one of the bands and not the other band. So like with Doja Cat and Tyga, it was like there was a good number of people like me that were there for Doja Cat. So then after she played, and it was Tyga, it was a lot of people kind of like the energy like completely died because half the crowd didn't really know the lyrics or anything. And that was I went and saw Vinyl Theater, who I haven't thought about in a long time either. But there was some like palpable frustration because half the crowd was just not tuned in to what they were doing. But yeah, biggest band I've seen. I forget who I saw at the Red Rocks. I did the Red Rocks once, and it's too big. It's too big of a place. Oh shoot, I can kind of think it's Mansions is got... Why is that the band I think of? It's two different artists that came together for like a couple of songs and then called themselves Mansions, and I don't remember either of the names of the artists. Wow, this is a good yapping game, even if I am getting myself kind of closer to violently motion sick. Man, this is frustrating. I'm like, I'm having a lot of fun with this. This is the kind of game I like, and yet my stomach can't handle it. My stomach can't handle what I'm doing to myself. But who was it that I saw? I think it was Walk the Moon, maybe? Have I seen the band Gnome? You should. Well, I think they're German or something. I know of the band Gnome. That was one of those ones that YouTube recommended me the music video, and it was like, yep, I can see why they're doing that, and I like it. I've played Gnome on the stream, because I do remember the comment of like, oh, I haven't heard you listen to like stoner rock before. But then the response was like, well, there's a reason. why this is the first time, because it's not a typical music genre. I'm getting a little more into rock and metal. There's a guy at work that keeps recommending a whole bunch of like sad boy emo stuff that like I'm listening to the albums. I don't know if I'm like loving it, but nope, that's not how you do that. But he posted something recently that was a like fusion kind of metal artist that was doing like electronic stuff with metal, and I was like, okay, this I can vibe with. This is awesome. So and then I lost my train of thought looking at the chat with all the slime packs in there. But I was going on about bands. Oh, I was listening to Taylor Swift recently. I haven't listened to Taylor Swift in forever, but that was the new girlfriend was like a huge fan of Taylor Swift, and I was like, I did listen to like Red back in the day and enjoyed it, so I figured I'd catch up with it. And then naturally I've had Opalites stuck in my head for a while. And then the music video just got posted, so I'm like, okay, well, that's gonna make that worse. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head even longer now. But I guess I'm not complaining too much. It's a good song. Also, hello. Welcome. I guess, wait, let's look at my list. Wow, my screen just exploded. Gee whiz. Wait, there we go. Hey, how was the stream? What were you up to? I hope it was a good time. I hope it was fun. I hope you accomplished all your goals. Blessings upon you and your kin. That is the vibe that I was aiming for there. I didn't entirely mean that, but I was gonna say, do I recognize the name? I don't know. Have you been around here before? Man, I always get rated when I'm doing something completely different from my usual content. When I'm just doing like some game development. Like that's the thing I typically do. But when I'm doing like, oh, let's just play Polycube's latest game, then get gnomed.exe. Man, it's a bit of a bummer that I don't like that gnome meme. Like, I think that's what people think of when they think of garden gnomes, and yet I'm not a fan of that meme. Not that it's bad, but I don't know that it's good either. Now, the little gnome that's knitting a heart, that is fantastic. Now that's some good like gnome meme kind of stuff, but the actual gnome meme, not so much. Yeah, see, here I'm talking about getting myself motion sick, and I'm like, it's probably pretty motion sick on the stream here too, so. Yeah, I mean, I'm in a flow of poorly playing a game and also poorly commentating on whatever random nonsense pops into my head, so. Unfortunately, half-assing two things is not really turning into a whole ass here. Oh, but I was going on about bands. We were talking about bands, and I was trying to think of... Yeah, there's all those, like, weird concerts where I say weird as in, like, I showed up to... Like, it's like because somebody else had tickets, I went to the concert. It's like, oh, I've been to a Lady Gaga concert. Because one of the work things just like, oh, hey, you could win tickets to a concert, and then that was the concert. Although part of that was because I missed getting Katy Perry tickets. I was like, Katy Perry I was interested in. Not that I don't like Lady Gaga, but I don't know Lady Gaga as well, so. But that's another one. It was like Jack Johnson, like my sister was like, hey, let's go to a Jack Johnson concert. And I'm like, I don't really know who this is, but Yeah, thank you for the raid. Yeah, feel free to just take off if you... I know I typically just go to bed right after right after a raid, so... we're just gonna assume. Or I'm just gonna make an ass out of you and me and say, have a good night. Have fun sleeping. Have fun brushing your teeth. That's typically what I do. Is brush my teeth and floss right? Okay, maybe this is not the way to do that. It does not seem to be working out for me. Okay, I'm going too fast. And then I'm just trying to push it even faster. I'm like, how quickly can I mess this up? Which, I guess that's a way to go through life. Is move fast and break things. No, I think people have gotten a little less hyped about that as a philosophy with the way meta has shaped the world. Okay, do I just need to get closer to that edge? And that's what I keep messing up. Okay, this is where I'm kind of stuck. I don't know where to go. Oh, I kind of do need to get back over here though, because then yeah, you have to reset your slashes. Well, I guess you don't have to, but resetting the slashes makes the most sense. Now that I'm up here, how do I tried that jump earlier and that did not work out for me. I could try... Okay, that's a slash. So is that saying I need to bounce back over there? Now I have a slash, so we bounce off of that. I was like, that's not happening. I mean, it could happen, but could I cause it to happen? But yeah, I did a fair amount of concerts when I was at Denver. Denver gave me a good opportunity to just kind of walk to a place and go to a concert. And I think my favorite concert I ever did was Jungle. That was a really cool concert. I think that was also one of those, like, it was small enough and intimate enough, and then I was like fairly close to the front too, which helped. But yeah, like I was mentioning with Red Rocks, I think that one was like just a little too big. Like I liked the smaller concerts. Okay, let's just try this angle. Yeah, okay, I'm just coming at a bad angle. What a goof. I landed earlier than I thought, and I was like, oh no, did I get stuck? Yeah, because Denver gave me the opportunity, like, I was just scrolling through Instagram, and it was like, oh look, Pale Waves is doing a tour. Oh look, they're here today. Oh, okay, I guess I'm gonna go to a concert today. Yeah, no, I do like the really small concerts. Yeah, that was another one of those ones where I just saw on Instagram, like, oh, this person is, you know, this small artist is live and doing a concert at a venue. Yeah, I remember that night where I debated, where I'm like, do I really want to stay up late doing a concert right now? And it was just like, well, most likely I will have more fun doing this than if I could say, oh, this is just another day where I did the same things I usually do. And I definitely don't regret it. Especially because after the fact, she was like, oh, I put the wrong thing on Instagram. Like, the story or something was... So, basically, like, hardly anybody showed up. And it was like, it felt like it was just me and, you know, whoever was at the venue. So, it just felt nice to support. That's another artist that I've played their music on stream. Fucking heck, bruv. How do I'm assuming I need to go over there, unless I need to go over... No, there's nowhere to go. So, fucking heck. How do I Go that way. I like the idea of going up, jumping off of that, bouncing off of this and onto here, maybe, but that ain't easy. That ain't happening. Okay, the slash mark here kind of tells me, like I said, I bounce back this way. So it tells me I should bounce off of this, but that kind of says go back this way. Can I just jump there? Okay, I'm just silly. For some reason I was thinking that was harder than it was. So yeah, okay. I really did not need to get that good at that section. And I did. Whoopsie daisies. Oops. Ruh-roh. Also, it's gonna be this game. I'll stream. Which, this is good stuff. Like, now here I am getting jealous of the people that show up in the stream. It's like, Brainoid making a good game. Here, Polycube's making some good stuff. Playing, like, the Cave Rim games and stuff. Full-on, like, Skyrim ripoffs and everything. And then I'm like, I spent a couple months making a ball bounce around. Everybody goes at their own pace. My pace just happens to be slow because I got little legs. Yeah, I got a little brain. The pace is going to be a little slower. Lord of the Rings is so long because they have such tiny legs. That's how that works. That's why Lord of the Rings is so long, because the hobbits have tiny legs. Oh no, my... There we go. Okay, I was able to hit the clip button. Yeah, Pace is starting 100 projects and not finishing any of them. Well, let's see. I can list off. There was a rage climbing game. There was an Unreal class. There was the escape room contest. I think that one actually did finish, though. So that is a finished project, I think. There was the maze game, I think. There was something with a billion little gnomes, but I think that might have just been a test in Unreal. So that's 5 projects I can list. Oh, well, no, I think you did finish the 360 shooting game, right? That's also fairly kind of finished, so not a full 100 projects that are not finished. You've finished a couple projects, I think. So okay. Again, the question is, where do I go from here? Because that looked like it was back out. I'm like, this looks like it's back out to somewhere else. Right? I got really good at that one section. We'll just do this again. This is back out to the very start of the thing. Oh no, what have I done? Okay, this section seemed like it was... I needed an extra move though, right? Or did I go... Oh no, how did I... Oh, wait, okay, wait, I think I know where... Okay, this is gonna take me for... Okay. It's cool that it looped around like that. It's awful that I got tricked. Oh no, it's this jump again. The bounce move is cool, but it does not compute. Okay, I keep trying to take my fingers off the keys to see if that helps, and the answer is not really. I keep wanting to wall jump. It's not a wall jump, it's a bounce, and that's wild. So... While we're at it, you've started another project? Are you actually trying to start 100 projects and not finish any of them? Is that... I don't think that's how the... when Thomas Edison... Or when the quote about Thomas Edison being... I tried 100 different things and they... I think those were 100 completed experiments that didn't work, right? Or was he doing just 100 different experiments that he didn't finish? Well, or you just lower the bar for finished. I'm just kind of doing the rest of the level again. I don't need to do that. Because I definitely do that with Game Jam games, where I'm like, that was awful, I didn't do good, I don't feel like it's finished, but because the time limit ended on the Game Jam, I consider it finished. Yeah, there was definitely... It's funny, because I've done the GMTK Jam a couple of times, and I don't know that I've actually gotten great games out of it. I think the smaller the jam, the better it's gone for me. Well, I guess the global game jam is pretty big, and that does. God, balls. Like I said, I'm half-assed doing commentary and half-assed, like, focused on the game. And it doesn't equal one whole ass. Yep, now I'm fully unfocused. And there's the essay that says what the new project is. Oh, the folder exploring game. That's also another one that was created and finished, right? Oh, and the Game Jam viewer. That's also a finished project. I think there was supposed to be an update to that at some point, but so that's definitely some finished projects in amongst the lots of not so finished ones. Sent a video of the new project. Been working on it for 3 days now, but I'm also still working on the... Oh yeah, the point-and-click editor. I did forget about that one, and that's like the most recent. In the meantime, when I'm not working on this new project or the course. Well, now you got me curious what the new project is. Ooh. Wait. Have I shown some of those, like, first-person puzzle game things that I've... Yeah, I'm always tempted. I'm always tempted to do some kind of first-person puzzle game. Because I do love them. That's fun. I mean, that also seems a little difficult and a little disorienting. But also, that does seem... Or, it's like, I almost feel like first-person might not be the way to go with that kind of thing. But I think that's also a fun challenge to try to figure out if you can do first-person for that kind of thing. So... I don't understand how this works. The bounce here is just... Okay, don't hold anything and look directly at the thing, and then you'll bounce off of it correctly, I guess. Yeah, the marks on where to hit stuff are incredibly helpful. Okay, I'm back. Back again. Ay. I am getting myself pretty dang motion sick doing this. I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. And I'm getting myself pretty dang motion sick. Man, that'll be... Why do I keep going at it at an angle? I don't need to go at it at an angle. I can go at it straight on. Gosh dang it. Okay, did I want to yap about... No, I think I'm done yapping about bands. I don't remember who Mansions is. I want to say it was like... Oh, Black Bear! There we go! That's the concert I saw at Red Rocks, is Black Bear. And then I think my girlfriend at the time... Or my ex, there we go, duh. My ex took me to a Walk the Moon concert. Where I saw Melky Chance, and Melky Chance was cool. Yeah, I can't imagine the people that skip the opening bands. Like, I found some good music that way. Like, Great Good Fine Okay, I saw as the opening band for Magic Man. And their performance was awesome, and they still put out bangers every time. Okay, I do not understand this jump. I can go into here. Okay, and I don't want to go back that way. I don't know why that exists. I think it's cool that it does, but... again, these are like awkward jumps. Which is always a question as to like, is that good level design or not? Like... Because it's something like Dark Souls, where you're like, some of this is entirely crazy when you're like walking on these like really thin ledges. Like, this doesn't feel intended. And it's like, is that a good thing or not? I don't want to do the backward bounce thing. That's the... Okay. Was that not a ledge? Oh, I finally did make it to one of those rings. Dadgummit. I do, yeah, it does feel like this needed more than the default Unity texture. Just some kind of, like, stone texture or something. But otherwise, this is incredible. Oh, ram it. Mother flippin' balls. Asterix. Do I remember when I started picking up all of those different words? I know go ram it I picked up from Firefly. Which, I've only ever watched the once. I know it's a fairly short show, and people loved the absolute hell out of it, and I did enjoy it. But I only have ever watched it the once. Yeah, one of those ones that I want to rewatch is like Over the Garden Wall. Because that one's great, and that one's short. Especially when I get questions of like every time I wear a pointy red hat. It's like, oh, is that word from Over the Garden Wall? I'm like, no, I'm just a garden gnome. I'm just a guy. Okay, how in the fluffin' heck do I do this consistently? Oh, is that how I'm supposed to do that consistently? I did not see that. Yeah, okay. It is a bounce. Don't bounce everywhere you go. Maximum bounce. Okay, so that's telling me here and then here. Can I grab it backward? That didn't seem right. I don't know what that second bounce is all about. Okay, so is it this and then that? I didn't hit it right at all. It does feel good to just chill and stream again. After a week of work stress, where I have an entire extra day of work that I worked in 4 days. Like, it's... Okay, it's not the way to go, but I also don't understand what it's saying the other way. I guess I could test and see if it does let me just hook onto it backward, but... Yeah, like, I don't understand what that's looking for. Because if I get up there and I smack that, it doesn't help me a ton. I didn't really smack it right or well, but... Okay, it's just a little too high for it to do the automatic climb. Gosh dang it. No, you can't make that jump. You have to bounce. Again, it's just a little too high. You gotta bounce everywhere you go. Okay, now... I got up there once, so it's making me feel like I could do this. Even if that's not the thing to do. I don't know. It's kind of asking for precise platforming. So when it's kind of awkward, well, maybe that's just precise platforming, right? I didn't need to slash it. There's the part of me that just wants to like reach out and grab it, and it's like that's not the mechanic. Like I said, I keep wanting an air dash too, and it's like that's again not the mechanic. That's not helping. I might have also been trying to move in the direction of the bounce. That was also not... No, that's what I'm doing there, too. It's like when I'm bouncing off of that, I'm kind of moving in the direction of the bounce. And it is helping. I don't know. You don't know, Nintendo. Played through Bionic Bay recently, a 2D platformer. I've just been stuck on Grindstone. Even after I finished it, but... Was Bionic Bay the, Oh man, Bionic Commando? Oh, no, it's not. Okay, that's where I'm getting Bionic from, is I'm thinking Bionic Commando. Gosh dang it. The Bionic Bay was, like, recently released, right? As in, like, the last couple months or something? I'm trying to remember exactly what that one looked like. I'm also just trying to give my stomach a break here. As if just like a moment. As in like 2 minutes away from the screen is going to do anything to me. Oh, this is, yeah, the one that had like what looked like insane graphics, and this is doing fairly well, right? Yeah, 500 is pretty good. Relative... Oh, April. No, okay, it's not as recent as I thought. Yeah, okay, I was thinking this was the end of last year. I was thinking this was released on October 5th or something, but no, that's updated on October 5th. This looks less precision platformer to me and much more like Inside or Limbo or something. That's like the more cinematic platformer. Interesting to know that that is more precision platformer. It's funny that I played through Super Mario Wonder and enjoyed it, and then said, you know, 2D Marios are not for me. It's funny that I played through it and enjoyed it, and then said, nah. But I think it was also because it ended up being fairly easy, but then, like, the difficult level I wasn't having a ton of fun with, and I'm like, nah. I like the expressive movement of a 3D platformer. Yeah, which is why I was so disappointed with the droplets, the states of matter. Because it just didn't feel expressive, so. Yeah, older than you thought. Yeah, that's the same here. I thought it was a more recent release, but apparently not. This doesn't seem like the way to do it, but I did it once. Like, but I also don't know how to do it the way that it looks like it's supposed to be done. Like, both options are bad. I either do it the one way that I did it the once, it doesn't seem to be working for me, or I continue to try to do it the way it sort of seems to say that doesn't seem to be working for me either. Or, wait a second. So, if I go back over... Okay, I was kind of hoping I could make that button. So is it supposed to be on the back side of the... the thing there? Man, I was kind of telling myself, like, oh, I'm getting pretty close to having, like, the meta loop, or the meta layer of Plunk going, and then here I am, Not doing any. That's. I keep jumping down. Don't jump down. Jump around and see if you can smack it. That was the idea there. So, played through 2 more games, as well as fixing a small bug in the new game and porting one of the Minecraft mods from Fabric to Forge because someone asked. Wow, that's cool that I can play the game in my peripheral vision and read chat at the same time. It's becoming more and more muscle memory. That's crazy. Okay, that might be what they're asking. That's not super intuitive, and also kind of feels kind of weird and wonky to me. Well, I guess feel free to put more in chat, because apparently I can read it and play the game at the same time. Again, that's half-assing 2 things. And not making a whole ass. That's awkward AF. None of this is making a ton of sense to me. But the bounce back here off of those bounce... They're not bounce pads. I don't know. Or like those angle pads. Seems to be working out better for me. Okay, but this seems a little more like what you're supposed to do. Is jump off of the ring. This is actually now that I'm thinking it, it's reminding me. Well, I guess Kick Bastards had like the grapple hook thing, but I know Kick Bastards had the like bounce to it. I never did get super far in Kick Bastards. I somewhat enjoyed it, but then I got motion sick, and that's kind of the same here. So I'm getting myself more and more motion sick. It's taking a while for it to kick in. But I am getting myself more motion sick. But yeah, in terms of the games I've been playing, it's been purely grindstone. And that's even after I finished the main story, which I thought was kind of disappointing, where they were like, oh, you know that boss that you've been fighting? Well, here's that same kind of fight again. It was like, oh, really? You're not gonna... change it up and do a different version of the fight? It's just gonna be the same fight again? Yeah, it just felt like there was more of an opportunity to do. I didn't think that was that. I didn't think that was the jump, but I didn't see any other obvious way to do that. Tried to play my VR games yesterday. Wild, okay. Unfortunately, the Line Rider one didn't start, and then the Spider Simulator, I couldn't press any button in the main menu. Well, do you have... Because I made it on the Oculus Rift, and I know... Because I know I was going to try to check in with Funny Fencer at some point, but I know Funny Fencer did VR streaming, and then it was like, oh, that was on the HTC Vive, so it was like, oh, they couldn't even be run. But... And yeah, I haven't messed with those in a long time. Like... The PMAX Crystal Light with the Valve Index controllers. Yeah, okay, so that might be what's causing you issues there. Is if you are trying to run it on, like, Valve stuff, and I made it on the Oculus Rift. Because I think they are not really that compatible. If you're saying you couldn't run either of them? Yeah, I couldn't press any button in the main menu. But I guess it's cool that you were able to get it to open. I guess. Yeah, I'm very much thinking about getting that. I guess they did delay the announcement of the Steam... Not Steam machines. Not Gabe Box. They were Gabe Cube, rather. I don't remember what the headset was called. I don't remember what Steam called their Valve headset. But I am kind of interested in that, because I'm like, it'd be nice to get an upgraded VR that's not got a cord and not got a bunch of extra stuff you gotta do for it. Like, removing some of those obnoxious bits would help. Yeah, that was one of the date ideas we wrote down, was, like, booting up the VR again. Because, like, I haven't used it much, she hasn't used it much, and it was like, you know, it'd be fun to try that again. Yeah, we've got, like, a whole list of date ideas now. And actually done some of them. Yeah, I'm glad I just started with the, like, because that first date was going to the arcade. And that actually ended up being a great idea for, like, chatting and stuff. Like, it didn't end up being too loud. It gave a good opportunity to talk. And I realized that, like, when we went to dinner, that it was like, oh yeah, no, there is a pretty long, awkward pause when you're just ordering stuff off the menu and not really talking to each other. So it's making me think, you know what? Dinner dates are not all that great. Which might have explained why I have not had a lot of successful first dates, if it's just been kind of not great dinner dates, but I don't know. A dinner date also seemed like just a nice icebreaker, because you both end up with food out of it at the worst scenario. But come on, just let me grab the thing. This feels like it's the right thing to do, and I'm just not hitting it. Yeah, going to a convention together was... Well, I know it felt nice to be helpful at a convention, to, like, actually help somebody run a booth and stuff. Yeah, I keep hoping, like, maybe one day I'll have enough stuff made. I'll have enough... Yeah, because I have all that pixel art. I just don't know how many people would be interested in actually purchasing that kind of thing. Even if it were, like, small posters or something. I was thinking of turning some of my pixel art into, like, postage stamps, because it's small. It's very small squares, and I was like, that feels like it'd work as a postage stamp, and I don't know how many people have, like fake postage stamps as a thing. Yeah, that was the other thing, is she's got a 3D printer, and I was like, you know, you haven't used it in a while, and I've been curious if some of that voxel art I've done could be 3D printed, so... Ooh, maybe I could boot up... God, balls. Magic of voxel before... Okay, I'm hitting this at the wrong angle, but I don't know what angle would be better. Fluffin' heck, you dumb. I'm a little bummed that I can't just leap back over here like that. Okay, or maybe you can if you're good, which I am not, clearly. Ay. And I'm just getting myself more and more motion sick. I'm getting more and more into the game, and I'm getting myself more and more motion sick. And I'm like, this isn't huge. This should be completable in Game Jam time frame, right? But when you're not good at it, come on. Okay, so I go leap around and then stop pressing the button. Ay. Okay, I really need to go do something else that does not make myself motion sick. But I'm too invested in the dumb dad blasted mother flippin' game. All y'all flippin' audience members make good games. Boo, hiss, boo. Get out of here with your quality content. Subpar. Subpar content only. I'm going too fast. I'm trying too hard to do the thing, and it's just not happening. Okay, what else do I want to yap about? No, I mentioned the movies that we watched. Because we saw Hamnet, and that was good. That was emotional. And then we saw Marty Supreme, which that was a lot of fun, too. I can see the shiny right there. I got up there the once. And then I done goofed it, and then now I gotta figure out how to actually do the jump, but I still have not figured out how to actually do the jump. I'm going way too fast. Subpar is pretty good. I think it's the opposite of pretty good, though. Par being average, and subpar being below average, so... If you're saying pretty good is below average, I don't think most people think of good as below average. But that's what I was trying to communicate with subpar is less than good. Now, do I want straight up bad? No. That's why I'm using the word subpar. I don't understand. I want to use curse words, but I'm refraining. What do you want from me here? This is an awkward jump because I need to go around the corner, hit that, and then bounce over there. Like, that's just not intuitive or easy at all in any way, shape, or form. Ay, ay, ay. I am so... I've been more motion sick. There's a reason I did not buy Kirby Air Riders, because Kirby Air Ride was the game that guaranteed made me so motion sick. Finish the commission while listening to me rage jumping at a wall. Hey now, I'm miffed. I'm not. Okay, no, I'm getting pretty damn close to. Oh yeah, see here I'm cursing and everything now. No, I was up there. Lies, lies, slander. Nope, it's never gonna happen again. But I'm glad you got the commission done. I'm glad the sound of my rage could. My increasing frustration. It was a nice backing soundtrack. I don't know if that sounds like a healthy environment to be making art in, but to each their own, I suppose. Oh, now I finally read the username and went, oh, I know who that is. Aha. In golf, if you're subbar, you do better. Well, that's true. I guess if we are using golf rules, then that does count. I did it once. I did the jump once, and I still don't understand. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that was another thing we did. We did mini golf. We did some blacklight mini golf. And I remembered that I do like mini golf, and I'm actually not too bad at it. Yeah, that was an obsession as a kid. Was mini golf. To the point of like, oh, I have to go to every mini golf place, and then my parents even had like some baby golf shoes that were on the Christmas tree for the longest time. There we go. Now what do I do? That was the issue. I'm like, what do I do from here, though? Oh, you want me to do that jump that I just didn't understand? You want me to do it here? Like that? Yes, you do. It's on the back of that. That's certainly a design choice. That's such an awkward jump. Like that, where I'm moving backward to do that jump. It's certainly a decision. So awkward. Boo, hiss, boo. I don't know. This one, the execution on this is getting to the point of like... a design decision that I'm not entirely down with. This, I feel like, is crossing the line into too much. To ask you to jump around a thing, smack the thing, and then... Okay, let's slow down for a second. Grab the wall. And wiggle like my ass is gonna fall off. Wait. Okay, yes, that is lyrics from a song. I'm surprised I've been able to stave off the motion sickness. This feels like it should be getting me pretty heckin' motion sick, and it's not. Okay. So... it's close. I keep getting close, is where I keep thinking that I'm doing what the intended design is, but clearly I'm not, because I'm clearly not making it to the thing. Either that, or it is just asking for really tight... Okay. Can I position myself to the right jump, and then can I just smack the thing? Because it kind of seems to be, if you do it right, you can just... Or yeah, if you line it up exactly with the mark, you can just hit it, and it'll take you where you want to go. That doesn't... It backing up into the ring doesn't feel like I should be grabbing it. Man, and then the timer at the top. The how fast I'm moving, and then the timer at the top. Like that. It's just like, that's close enough, right? Come on. This is just such an awkward job. Like, that counts. Come on. Now, is this doable and I'm not understanding it? Or is this just really tight platforming that I'm not understanding? Yeah, I really can't tell if it's like, this is just really difficult design born out of the fact that there wasn't a lot of time because it's a game jam, or is this... I'm just really bad at not understanding how to do this. It's heckin' close every heckin' time. Like, you can't tell me that this is not the intended design, because there's a little mark on the wall, and I'm bouncing off, and I'm getting that close to the ring every time, so that it feels pretty dang close to the intended design, except for the fact that I'm not reaching the target. Okay, deep breaths. Drink some water. I have not done a very good job of drinking water. Nobody told me to hydrate. I'm not getting hit with a bunch of hydrates. Okay, we're gonna stand up too. Let's see if that helps. Yeah, then naturally after the fact. You're gonna drown me after I ask for water. I'll drink a little more. I'm not gonna chug an entire second glass though. Okay, but as Space Jam taught me, drink water, that'll solve all your problems. Which, you know, not entirely wrong. At least in the middle of Space Jam, I think it feels a little out of place when you've got wacky cartoon characters that all of a sudden say, you know what's gonna help us win this basketball game? A nice tall glass of water. I hate everything. I don't understand this. And I hate everything I don't understand. Wait, no. That is a recipe for bad things. Okay, maybe I don't hate it, but I definitely do not understand it. Either that, or I just... I'm getting worn down. I'm a little too tired. I'm a little too... Yeah, it's 8 o'clock. I should be thinking about bed. I was gonna play multiple games. There's still... Okay, you know what? Maybe I'm gonna do that. Let's take a break and jam some VTubers. What was the game? VTuber, please. Let's please some VTubers. Wait, no, that's not. That's not what it says. That's not what it means. Yeah, do more games. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing more games. Actually, wait. I'm like, tell me that Rick Ockalon is streaming so that I can say, hey, I went and played your game. I mean, after I play it. I haven't played it, but that would work out nicely if I could go play the game and then raid the creator. Terraria? Jolt's doing some Terraria. I know Jolt's has mentioned liking Terraria, but like, I think that really tells you where Borderlands is at. If the guy who plays Borderlands for a living, played a little bit of Borderlands 4, said, nah, how about I go back to Borderlands 2? I'm not seeing a Rick Ockalon. Okay, I'm not raiding right now anyway. I'm still doing the thing. Don't even know how you got through level 1. Probably just missing something, but I can't make one of the jumps. It's not even close being able to jump 2 times higher. I mean, I could show you the beginning of the game again, but I don't want to try getting back to this point. But it's the rings. That's the part that took me a little bit to figure out, was you have to jump onto the rings and you just automatically grab the rings and then can jump from ring to ring, which will take you to the upgrade that lets you bounce 2 times higher. But obviously I have not fully figured out the ring system either, because this jump that I'm working on is also not happening. Okay, papers please, but VTubers for the Game Boy Color. In a dystopian future, VTubers use remotely controlled automatons to entertain at public events. Your job as a security checkpoint officer is to ensure no imposers. No posers or imposters? Also, it is ads, I guess, while I read this. Then, once the ads are done, I could start this. Actually, wait, I kind of need to use the restroom, and if it's ads, I'm gonna go do that. Let's do that. Oh wait, I have it all blown up, so I could do that. There we go. And I'm sitting here wondering why my stomach hurts. And I'm like, duh. You just got yourself very motion sick playing a game. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Check documents, IDs, and scans to ensure the safety of the event. Point and click controls. Tutorial included. Works on Game Boy Color, Analog Pocket, Windows, EXE. The web build and EXE emulator. Arrow keys are WASD or better. Enter is start. Shift is select. Oh, arrow keys are WASD is D-pad. Z and J keys are A. Okay. Well, let's load up a new game. In an era defined by advanced robotics, VTubers use remote-controlled androids to attend in-person events. Androids that look exactly like their VTuber avatars. Would be kind of weird to see a life-size version of my avatar. But I guess they do have a 6-foot-tall gnome. Right. How much is that? 6-foot-tall gnome statue. And then it's gonna just give me a bunch of AI nonsense, right? I know it was in a JonTron video. Somebody who I have not watched in a long time. Wayfair? Yeah, this, right? Yeah, there's the person next to the... See, this feels more like AI, but it's hard to tell. That might be an absolutely massive gnome statue. It's gotta cost a whole heckin' lot, too. Oh, and that was my question, is how much does that cost? Okay, that's not here nor there. Okay. However, due to lack of regulation, bad actors use this technology to impersonate others. Your job as security detail is to make sure that these darn VTubers are who they say they are. 3 guest lines over the side. Today's quota is 2 people that I need to let in, or 2 people that I need to figure out if they're good or bad or not. How does one... welcome to the event. VTuber ID, please. Booth number? I feel like the mouse is stuck to the person's face. Like, I don't know how to move the mouse. At least it looks like a mouse. Move H04. Okay. Partnered. I don't know what I'm supposed to be comparing this to. Oh, that is a mouse. I just need to use the arrow keys. You dumb? Okay. Himmy Angel? The social number? Partner, yes. Genre, games. Okay. This seems right. Their head is a t-shirt? What was that supposed to mean there? What was that? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I don't know what that means. Partner said yes. Attending yes. Booth H04. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong besides the fact that the face is a t-shirt. So, sure. Okay, well, apparently your face is not allowed to be a t-shirt. Fabienne? YT? Partner status is not attending. What does that mean by not attending? Aren't they at the at the thing to? So an art VTuber. So no, you're an imposter because I found a T-shirt. I guess. You have a bad merch thing on, so no. Oh, I just need to look for T-shirts? Okay. Interesting. Oh, it's a game dev. Some crazy heckin' hair. So this is really just making me feel like the scanner is just, I just need to scan them and say. Or maybe those were just the easy ones, because the scanner said the power level was T-shirt is face. Oh well, let's ask you some questions. How did I do that earlier? Booth number. Booth is C11. Okay. Partner status. Partnered. Okay, so let's double check that. C11 and partner status, yes. Everything else seemed good. You're good, right? Yay! Okay, now I'm understanding how to do this. 6-foot inflatable gnomes are $50, but the actual 6-foot gnome statue is like 630. Yeah, okay. I thought it was like expensive and also like massive and insane. I think that would make sense if I were like making a mini golf court or mini golf thing. This seems just bad. It seems like not good, but Killer Bunny. Number 1 as their social number. And then everything bad? Well, okay, let's just see if that lines up. No, okay, you've got a bad knee. What was that, like a birthday cake? You're trying to smuggle in a bomb? In your knee? We're gonna go with no. Wait. Let's double check the. Okay, so we go back to here and say this booth number non-existent. Z80. That's not what matches the file because the file is busted. Okay, neither of those answers I care about. You're just looking all sorts of suspicious, so no. Okay. That's a very obvious imposter. Oh, the pixel art is great. Oh, wait, okay, let's ask the questions first, which is probably why they dump you on this scene first. Booth number Z1 and partner status is not partnered. So we double check here. Z1 not partnered. Both of those check out. Genre is chatting. They be yapping. And no. Nothing suspicious. Seems good. Yap away, I suppose. What? Okay. Hey, wait a second. This is looking familiar. Is this gonna be Rick Aquilon? Hey, look, it's Rick. It's Rick Aquilon. Well, you're obviously an imposter, right? Actually, I'm assuming it's somewhat randomized. I don't know. Or at least it seems like there would be an opportunity to randomize some stuff. is the creator of the game. Are you a valid guest? A3 partnered, and that matches up here. Partner A3. Checks out to me. Although the last one was not valid, but that was also not obvious to me what the problem was. Okay, wait, let's ask the question here first. B2, and you are partnered. So you are B2 partner attending. I don't know what this attending means, because it's like you bought a ticket to be at the event, right? So you are attending, or is that what the other one was? The problem was. Clown Silk's a fun name. Okay, so one of them was Rick Aquilon. The rest of these are not like actual VTubers, are they? Okay, seems good again. Nothing suspicious here. But the last one I said nothing suspicious, and it was in fact suspicious. I guess I didn't really double check if height and weight and serial number make sense. Okay. Now, when is it gonna run out of unique characters here? I keep doing that. Let's just double check this first. You goof. F7. Partnered. Okay. File says F7 partnered. They are attending. I don't know what that means. That all looks good enough to me, I guess. Partner, yes. Genre games. And then, are you trying to sneak in a t-shirt on your face? Seems good. Seems clear. Although the... Okay. What was the problem with that other character, though? Code Mummy. Name Mum. Or is this supposed to be Code Mummy, or... It's just the one that I missed something, and now I'm gonna get so picky with all of these. Okay. Sure seems like it's okay so far. M3, and you are partnered. And M3, partner. Attending, yes. Maybe that was the issue with the other one, was that they were not attending. Okay. Okay, now I'm like, that's... You came by already, right? Oh, it is the same character. Okay, and you were valid or not valid? You were valid, right? I think. C11. You were partnered? Okay. C11 partner. I guess they're coming back? Security? For like a second day or third day? I guess that would make sense if it did say there was multiple days. Now, are you harboring anything? I don't know, it's fine. I'm not... Ooh! You are. You're trying to sneak in something on your foot? You snuck out one day and are gonna sneak in something different on the second? Or third? Can I just confiscate it? No, I just have to deny them entry full on. Okay, now it's repeating characters. Although I immediately started making a story of like, oh, they're just coming back to the convention. Because that's how people work. Which be crazy. A4 and partnered. The file says they're not attending. In booth A6. Aha, okay. So I'm gonna say no on that. Yeah, story does not line up. You're gonna try again? Oh, if the other one was an imposter, this one might be real then, right? Ah. C11 partner is attending. And you trying to sneak in something on your foot again? On your knee instead. Wow, you really want to sneak something into this convention here. Okay, just the knee. But, sorry, no knee pouches or whatever it is. Okay, you are B2. Did it say 6 days? How many days? 7 days. No, made in 7 days. Not that this is 7 days. Okay. I just said B2. And now I'm starting to use the mouse again. No, not the mouse. Okay, that's obnoxious that I asked the question twice, but okay. Partner B2, those check out. I don't know why this pops up. Do I need to check this? Because this doesn't seem to match. This doesn't seem to matter. None of that really is just scanning for contraband and double checking if their stuff matches. Well, it seems like clown silk is smooth, I guess. Okay, is it just matching quotas? Yes, okay. I'm good. I matched enough quotas. I understand the game. I don't know what I missed on that one. I guess I could go back and... I don't think I saw this character. I guess I could just have kept rolling for... Oh, I guess I didn't get to the point of being fired and making too many mistakes. I found the way. It was back at the starting room. The place I tried going for was when you have 2 slices. Unfortunately, the internet just decided it had enough and stopped it. This time doesn't look like it's coming back. I wanted to go to bed anyway, so... And I think I'm going to be calling it quits here soon, too. But... have a good night. I hope the internet comes back for you. I mean, I had my own power problem here anyway, so... I do kind of want to keep poking at that game, but... oh my goodness, and then I'm immediately too tired and too motion sick to do more. Do I want to leave feedback? I should. Oh yeah, and it was made for Game Boy, so it's like that's why the mouse was awkward AF. Okie dokie. So there's that. Do I want to try leaving some feedback for this? I guess I could. Yeah, okay, it was that third slash. Oh, to get you all the way up this that I didn't get to. Goodness me. Okay. Oh, I guess I should mention the... Okay, something like that. Whatever. Restarted the router and luckily it's back now. Have a good stream evening and night. Same. Apparently, yeah, again, have fun going to bed. And then we'll see if I get another message later. And then say, again, have fun going to bed. Have fun sleeping. Okay, there we go. There's some nice feedback. There's some more feedback. And then I could think about maybe going back and finishing it at some point. Okay. But, oh, let's see if anybody's here. Because I know I I cut off the stream just slightly too late. Okay. That was the question, is anybody here? Wow, there's a lot of people here. Let's go to Rick Akalon, ideally. I think there's a few people doing some stuff here. I was gonna say, does What Designs stream very often? Wow, thanks for the just immediate screaming. That's attention grabbing, I suppose. And I'm behind on the devlogs too, aren't I? Right? Yes, I am. I saw on Patreon that there was another devlog, and then haven't gotten around to watching it because I had a very busy week of work last week. But luckily, that is done. Well, maybe luckily. We'll see. I don't know where I'm going next. Okie dokie. Well, let's go right over here. And then I need to sleep, or at least I need to do something like sit down and let my stomach settle from all of the being motion sick, so... And then I should be back tomorrow. This week's also going to be a little iffy because I'm not going to be here on Friday. I don't think I'm going to be here on Thursday night. Yeah, so I don't think I'll be here for Thursday, Friday, but And I probably do need to go get groceries at some point, so I probably won't be here on Wednesday either. So, oh, I know, yeah, because he went full time. That might be why he's streaming now. But yeah, we'll go right over here, and then, like I said, I will go to bed, and I should be back tomorrow, but we'll see about the rest of the week. And then next week, I don't think I have a ton going on, so hopefully that's... especially because Monday, I will maybe be doing chores? I don't know. But I have Monday off, so I might be doing a little more on Monday to make up for the past, 2 weeks of not doing a lot. But, okay, yeah, we'll go right over here. And I should be back tomorrow. But goodbye, good night. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun sleeping. Good luck. Bye. And then you as well.
It was fun, but I was just kind of along for the ride, you know? They were the brains to the operation. Come here, kitty. This way. Between your two kitties, do you have a favorite child? Speak your answer in German so they don't understand. Unfortunately, they speak German. They're fluent, so that won't work. Do I have a favorite? I don't think I have a favorite. They're both so sweet. Calvin's kind of the crazy one. He's not scared of anything. That's Calvin in the corner. Like, we went to the vet and he did not care. He just walked right out. They gave him a shot. Nobody cared at all. But then Hobbs is kind of the scaredy cat, but he's more cuddly. So I don't know. Calvin's more like fun and down to clown, but Calvin's more sweet, and you kind of have to earn his affection. They're very sweet. Gnomeable has raided your channel. Let's go. Thanks for the raid, Gnomeable. How's it going? How'd your stream go? How goes the Pixlar? Pretty good. You know, this is the first time I've let the cats in the office on a stream. They're going a little crazy. Calvin, you can't sit. I know it's warm and toasty on the computer, but you're going to clog my fans. Okay, well, you can stay there for a few minutes. Yeah, just working on some Pixlar. What were you working on? I am just doing some roofs here. Making some volcanic rock roofs. Pretty classic. Calvin and Hobbs? Yeah. Yeah. My two little orange crazies. They're pretty insane. Oh no, guys, if I randomly stop streaming, it's because he hit the power button. Please don't hit the power button. Yeah, come here, baby. I am on Twitch. Catapults in the game yet? Not yet, Luna. Catapults in the game yet? Not yet, Luna. I do want to add an invasion mechanic. I don't want it to be like... I do want to add an invasion mechanic. I don't want it to be like Terraria where they just kind of flood the screen. I think I'll do like kind of a... Not Tears of the Kingdom. Breath of the Wild. You know how... like all the bokoblins will respawn after like a certain amount of time passes and there's like the blood moon or whatever. I think I'll do something similar where you clear out, because one of the complaints I get from the playtesters, or not complaints, so one of the feedback elements that I get from the playtesters is sometimes, I mean, the humans just spawn on the edge of the screen, and sometimes it feels like they're just kind of like constantly coming, and it's just spawn. It's like, well, I'm killing all these humans, but they just keep coming, and it just feels kind of unimmersive. I think I'll do, enemies will have kind of set spawn points, and once you've killed the enemy from that spawn point, it won't happen again. Wanna get out? I'll let you out. There we go. Alright, we're now catless. would leave the door open, but my brother walks by. No, you can't even see the door from this angle. I'll just leave the door open. Oh, Gnomeable, you met at a game dev meetup. That's crazy. Wait, hang on. Let me, you bumped the power button earlier today. You got motion sick playing a game jam game. Oh, that sounds fun. Favorite moon or planet? I can't say I have a favorite moon or planet. Ooh, working on the elemental systems in your game. That sounds cool. Oh, thanks, Rack Leitao. Thanks for dropping by. Does it make a difference if we watch your stream on YouTube or Twitch? No big difference. Twitch, I think, has emotes. YouTube does not. Other than that, I don't think so. Where are your programming socks? What? Oh, yeah, I forgot my programming socks. Shoot. What was I thinking? That's cool that, Gnomeable, you saw Tempura at a event. That's kind of nuts. It's a small world. You should push harder next YouTube video for 100k subscribers, considering you're almost there. Ugh, I know, I'm so close. I don't know if we'll make it with this video. I think we need, I think I need another video. I might do a fun one. I keep doing devlogs. I might do like a fun, just video essay video.
There we go. I'm live now.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
And also,
Hi.
where's,
Also.
send my announcement. Yeah.
This way, baby. Let's not play with the computer mouse. He loves this, like, it's just a piece of paracord. Silly goose. Any chance drugs make it into the game? You know, maybe. There are, I don't know, the NPC that has the mushroom on her head, she makes a lot of jokes about consuming mushrooms and being like, hey, don't worry about it, you're too young. So, I mean, kinda. It's like implied. Heavily. But other than that, not really. Yeah, I think that's about as druggy as it gets. Do clickbait. Yeah, that's smart. Maybe I should just clickbait everything. Thanks, Cortez. Yeah, I'll just do clickbait from now on. Did any part of the game dev process surprise you in the sense that you love doing it more than you would have expected? I think the programming is my favorite part. I would have thought that'd be like the most irritating or tedious, but I think that's the most fun for me. And then the art I kind of get a little tired of, strangely, even though I kind of have more of a pixel art background than a coding background. Is that kind of weird? There are nations in the game. There is like a, I mean, there's obviously the humans, and then there's like a group of like mushroom enemies. Right now, if a human and a mushroom guy, like one of the mushroom tribesmen were on screen together, they wouldn't fight each other. But I think I do want to make it so that they would. I think that'd be fun. Walter Green. That'd be really funny. I could get behind Walter Green. Hey. Walter Green. What's next on the list? Hi, kitty. Volcanic rock roof, done. Volcanic rock floor. Jesse Green Goblin win? Mike Goblin Trout? Stone floor. Kim Gobbler? You your brother? Go get him. Attack. Go. Kill. Stone floor. Stone floor icon. Ah. Hey, why'd you do that? You saw my necklace. No, don't claw me. No. Here, you're crazy. Oh, attack your brother. Yeah, you guys want a goblin body pillow? I could do that. I can make that happen. Ask and you shall receive. I have no morals. Yeah, just say what you want and I'll add it. Body pillows? Bam, done. Say less. Hello, Baked Tart. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. I'm really excited to meet all the goblins when it comes out. Yeah, it should be fun. One of the goblins is very unpleasant. Better watch out. This is gonna be, volcanic rock floor. Volcanic rock floor icon. I'm not being particularly creative here, I gotta say. But what can you do? Alright. Cool. So we have these like golem guys. I kind of went crazy with them. We got them in the volcano. We got them in the tundra. Got like ice ones. There they are. We got them in the. I feel like I have more. Are there not more? There's got to be more. I thought I had another set. Nope, I do not. Okay, well, I was thinking. Oh, I have tundra. No, I already said that. I'm thinking about making like sandstone ones. Goblin body pillows, sign me up. I got you, pink or blue. As a Chinese president, I declare you make all goblins socialist. Oh, well, okay. Since the president said so, I don't think I have a choice. I guess they already were kind of socialist. Just want to say you're a big inspiration to my own game dev journey. Keep up the great work. Oh, thank you, Red King. You keep up the great work. Supplying stench with illegal cheese? I would never. Can I see the cockatrice movement stuff? I can show you the cockatrice. It might take me a second in-game to spawn a bunch of them, but I can show you the art. There we go. We've got luminous cockatrices from the luminous mushroom biome. We've got ice ones from the tundra. And then we've got regular ones that are in the desert, I think? Crazy cat. Yeah, there they are. There's their eggs. I thought about adding frogs. That'd be fun, like big toads. You're new to game dev. Welcome. I'm kind of new. It's been a few years. Where you going, Cam? What are you doing? Frogs and toads would be fun. You have that exact water bottle? Dude, good water bottle. Look at it. It's gigantic. I went to Starbucks the other day. I was like, hey, can you fill this up? And they were like, oh, that's really big. And I was like, yeah, sorry. And then she like fills up her like venti cup or whatever with water, pours it in. Fills up her cup with water, pours it in. Then she had to do it like 3.5 times. Then she handed it to me and she was like, here you go. Like, sorry for making you fill my giant water bottle. Hey, don't eat the expensive pens, please. Thank you. Bots on Twitch, huh? Frogs seem like a goblin thing. Yeah, I think it'd be really fun. That'll be the next one. It did take me a while to add all the livestock. They're kind of time-consuming ventures, I must say. What's next, guys? Golems? Yeah, let's do some. Let's make some tundra or some sand golems. Golem. Let's find some existing art that we can copy. I'm also gonna warn my roommate that I'm streaming. can add a frog mount. That'd be fun. Do the cockatrices produce like wilting poisons as well? Withering poisons? They produce feathers. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Wow, why can't I remember? Lots of feathers. Eggs. I don't know if they produce poison. Ooh, amphibious kobolds for the jungle would be cool. Calvin, what are you doing? What are you doing, crazy guy? Oh, you're snuggly now. Hi, baby. So sweet. Cute kitty. Oh, there he goes. Behind the screen. This is when my hands get clawed. Adding a test on... You're taking a test on Hinduism right now. Anybody got some tips? I got nothing for you. Sorry. Nice music. Thank you. It's a DMCA free playlist from Spotify. I was trying to ask earlier, but what are your goals and design philosophies for the music and sound design? I do have a composer that I pay. We try to link things together with common themes. So like if there's a... Like the bard kind of uses a lot of like light powers, you know, like the god of light or whatever really is his patron deity. So any other enemies or areas or other bosses that use the same power, like power source, have the same kind of motifs. Same with like the more dark ones or just the humans in general. We try to tie things together like that, but it's mostly on his end. I'm not really that musically talented, so yeah, just whatever he can cook up. As for like sound effects, I just kind of do my best. I'm not an expert. I just try to make it sound slightly decent. Which only happens sometimes. I have had some patrons be like, yeah, maybe redo this one. Some of them are not perfect, but what can you do? Can't win them all. Can't win them all. Okay, so we're going to go over here to desert. And we're going to say create folder. Sandstone golem. Small.